Hadith number 22, narrated An-Nu'man bin Bashir. I heard Allah's Messenger saying, both legal and illegal things are evident, but in between them there are doubtful, suspicious things, and most of the people have no knowledge about them. So whoever saves himself from these suspicious things saves his religion and his honor. And whoever indulges in these suspicious things is like a shepherd who grazes his animals near the himma, private pasture, of someone else, and at any moment he is liable to get in it. O people, beware, every king has a himma, and the himma of Allah on the earth is his illegal forbidden things. Beware, there is a piece of flesh in the body of it becomes good, reformed, the whole body becomes good. But if it gets spoiled, the whole body gets spoiled. And that is the heart. Hadith number 23. Narrated Abu Jamra. I used to sit with Ibn Abbas, and he made me sit on his sitting place. He requested me to stay with him in order that he might give me a share from his property. So I stayed with him for 2 months. Once he told me that when the delegation of the tribe of Abdul Qais came to the Prophet asked them, who are the people? Or who are the delegate? They replied, we are from the tribe of Rabia. Then the Prophet said to them, welcome, O people, or delegation of Abdul Qais. Neither will you have disgrace nor will you regret. They said, O Allah's Messenger, we cannot come to you except in the sacred month, and there is the infidel tribe of Mudar intervening between you and us. So please order us to do something good, religious deeds, so that we may inform our people whom we have left behind at home, and that we may enter paradise by acting on them. Then they asked about drinks, what is legal and what is illegal? The Prophet ordered them to do 4 things and forbade them from 4 things. He ordered them to believe in Allah alone and asked them, do you know what is meant by believing in Allah alone? They replied, Allah and His Apostle know better. Thereupon the Prophet said, it means to testify that none has the right to be worshipped but Allah, and Muhammad is Allah's messenger. So I'm going to repeat it again. To testify that none has the right to be worshipped but Allah, and Muhammad is Allah's messenger. To offer prayers perfectly, to pay the zakat, obligatory charity, to observe fast during the month of Ramadan, and to pay al-khumus, 1/5 of the booty, to be given in Allah's cause. Then he forbade them 4 things, namely Hantam, Dubba, Nakir, and Muzaffat or Mokiyar. These were the names of pots in which alcoholic drinks were prepared. The Prophet mentioned the container of wine, and he meant the wine itself. The Prophet further said to them, memorize them, these instructions, and convey them to the people whom you have left behind. Hadith number 24. Narrated Jarir bin Abdullah. I gave the pledge of allegiance to Allah's Messenger for the following. Offer prayers perfectly, pay zakat, obligatory charity, and be sincere and true to every Muslim. Hadith number 25. Narrated Abu Huraira, while the Prophet was saying something in a gathering, a Bedouin came and asked him, when would the hour doomsday take place? Allah's Messenger continued his talk. So some people said that Allah's Messenger had heard the question but did not like what the Bedouin had asked. Some of them said that Allah's Messenger had not heard it. When the Prophet finished his speech, he said, where is the questioner who inquired about the hour? The Bedouin said, I am here, O Allah's Apostle. Then the Prophet said, when honesty is lost, then wait for the hour. The Bedouin said, how will that be lost? The Prophet said, when the power or authority comes in the hands of unfit person, then wait for the hour. Hadith number 26. Narrated Ibn Umar. Allah's Messenger said, among us the trees there is a tree, the leaves of which do not fall and is like a Muslim. Tell me the name of that tree. Everybody started thinking about the trees of the desert areas, and I thought of the date palm tree, but felt shy to answer. The others then asked, What is that tree? O Allah's Messenger, he replied, it is the date palm tree. Hadith number 27. Narrated Anas bin Malik, while we were sitting with the Prophet in the mosque, a man came riding on a camel. He made his camel kneel down in the mosque, tied its foreleg, and then said, "Who amongst you is Muhammad?" At that time the Prophet was sitting among us, his companions, leaning on his arm. We replied, "This white man reclining on his arm." The man then addressed him, "O son of Abdul Muttalib." The Prophet said, "I am here to answer your questions." The man said to the Prophet, "I want to ask you something and will be hard in questioning, so do not get angry." The Prophet said, "Ask whatever you want." The man said, "I ask you by your Lord and the Lord of those who were before you. Has Allah sent you as an apostle to all the mankind?" The Prophet replied, "By Allah, yes." The man further said, "I ask you by Allah, has Allah ordered you to offer 5 prayers in a day and night?" He replied, "By Allah, yes." The man further said, "I ask you by Allah, has Allah ordered you to observe fasts during this month of the year, which is Ramadan?" He replied, "By Allah, yes." The man further said, "I ask you by Allah, has Allah ordered you to take zakat, obligatory charity from our rich people and distribute it amongst our poor people?" The Prophet replied, "By Allah, yes." Thereupon that man said, "I have believed in all that with which you have sent, and I have been sent by my people as a messenger. And I am Dimam bin Talaba from the brothers of Bani Sa'd bin Bakr.